Hello and welcome to episode 53 of Series 3 of Master League Story Mode. So we've got some big games in this episode. I'm actually going to be moving now, or at least trialling moving to 3 games per episode because we don't have long until PES 2018 comes out. Plus with only 1 episode a week and we're playing in so many different tournaments at the moment, FA Cup, Champions League and in the league. We need to get things moving a little bit quicker. So I'm going to try for 3 games an episode. And yeah, hopefully then we can get to play at least a couple of seasons more, win the treble, you know, just minor achievements like that. And before we get into the game, I'm just going to have a quick look at the negotiations, check there aren't any players that we definitely need to make sure are on proper long-term contracts. Joe Gomez, yes, we do need to offer him a new contract. Becker, yep, definitely want to give you one. Angelino, definitely don't want to be any problems with him. Loftus-Cheek, we've tried with all of these players before, they didn't accept. Amati, another one that we need to tie down. Kieran Dowell, we have been negotiating with, actually. I need to do a follow-up on this. Only a year there. We want to extend the length of that contract, so we'll go for adding a little bit more time onto that. It looks like Kieran will be up for that, which is good to keep hold of our best player. Pretty important. We've had a £5 million bid for Mika. That's a decision that we can make when we get to the transfer window. We're a long way off. So we'll see how that goes. Did we put Gabriel on the transfer list as well? Yes, we did. And we've got potential offers coming in for him. A few teams are interested in Nigel Robertha. Again, we've got Boye lined up as a potential another striker coming in. Other than that, doesn't look like there's anyone else we need to be dealing with here. Okay, let's get into the first game. This should be interesting. We need a big win here in the Champions League to kickstart our Champions League campaign, which fizzled out after that really disappointing, basically own goal that cost us 3 points in the last game. Let's see how everyone's looking today. Daniel Amati, he's on a blue arrow. Tammy Abraham as well. Looks well up for this. Nigel Robertha, well, we would maybe consider bringing him in for Friday, but form says no. Marlon Pack on a blue arrow. Maybe impact sub in the second half if we need him. But other than that, everyone's looking good. Club Bruges playing with a very tight-looking 5 in the midfield. It could be difficult to break down. We'll have to use Angelino and Becker to try and spread the play. Let's get into it. So getting out of this Champions League group stage is absolutely essential for me, for this channel, and just for my life in general. We won the World Cup with Jack Harrison and become a legend. That was one big milestone that we've ticked off that we'd never achieved. We've never won the Champions League either. As any of you who watched the first series will know, we got to the Champions League final and we lost it in penalties. Very last penalty kick of the game. Jordan Knight put it down the centre, right into the goalkeeper's gloves. And Bayern Munich came away with a Champions League win. And Blackburn under Tim Sherwood went home disappointed. We don't want to be seeing that within Holloway's Bristol. But first of all, we need to get out of the group stages. And we're not doing so well with that so far. Down now. Nice footwork. Angelino into Friday. The 1-2 with the Archbishop. Whips the ball in. Tammy Abraham's there with the header. And we're off the mark. And how often have we seen that well-trodden path? Angelino whipping a ball in. And Tammy Abraham putting his head on it. It just works. It just works. And that is our strategy. We knew at the beginning of this game that Angelino would be essential. They pack into midfield. Kieran Dowell's obviously going to have a difficult game. But down that wing, that's where we felt the overlapping fullbacks could be our advantage today. And they did just that. And there was lots of space out there for him. The 1-2 from Fred Friday. Perfectly weighted. And Tammy Abraham so deadly in those positions. He's just had a call up to the England under-21 squad in real life. And yeah, well, it's goal scoring like that that's managed it there and in real life. Oh, Dowell nearly runs into trouble, but his athleticism gets him out of it. Abraham now looking for the 1-2 with Fred Friday. Looks for the ball back into Abraham. He's somehow managed to smuggle that away. Will Dowell be able to follow this one up? Defenders everywhere. Defenders all over the place. Great leap there from Amati. Early ball into Abraham, puts it into the path of Kieran Dowell. He could make this 2, and he does. Kieran Dowell in excellent form at the moment. He strokes that one home with the right foot. Tammy Abraham scored the first, set up the second. Another player who's been playing well in real life for the national side. Kieran Dowell in the England under-20 team that will be going to the under-20 World Cup finals, I think, this weekend. He scored a great goal during that tournament, and that's a pretty nice one as well. Abraham, great turn. It's a simple ball in. One-on-one with the keeper. Defender sliding in, but Kieran Dowell's in great goal-scoring form. That's what we asked of him. We said we needed to see more goals from him from the midfield. That was what won us the league last year. And it's what puts us 2 goals up here. Rossiter through the centre into Fred Friday. Little layoff into Dow. Looking again for Fred Friday. Steps away from his man. Still Friday. Hits it. That's wide. But not far off. Fred Friday hasn't scored as many spectacular goals as he did last season. But get him in that position. He can use his speed and physicality to make an opportunity. Just pulled it wide. Once again, Loftus-Cheek battling for it. He's so good in those positions. It's a real bonus of having him there in the midfield, winning those headers. Now Dowell. Oh, the footwork from Kieran Dowell. He can get the shot away here. Patel puts it wide. Bristol City piling on the pressure here. They can see a wounded animal. Kieran Dowell. Oh, it's a great corner and Friday meets it. And that's 3. Whipped in by Kieran Dowell. Fred Friday powers away from his man. That's a really nicely guided header. Great sliding tackle there from Dowell, but it somehow finds its way through to Bruges. This is their most dangerous attacking opportunity of the game so far. As De Bock gets a ball in, but Gomez reads that so well. He's starting to come into his own, but that is an awful bit of distribution there. But it's mopped up, and that's nice. And then Becker goes inside to Dowell, whose quick feet find his way out of that problem. And Angelino just about gets there. Dowell through the centre into Friday, lays it off into Rossiter beautifully. And that's another really nice layoff there, and it's hit from Friday, and Abraham's there from the rebound. Would have been nice to seal that one with a straight goal, but the deflected goal from the keeper's save is fine for me, and that's exactly where you expect to see Tammy Abraham pop up. But this is fluid football from Bristol City, who are playing with pomp and style today. It's back heels galore, laid off to Friday. Maybe one extra pass there from Friday into Abraham. Last play of the half as it swung in. Abraham's got a good run on it. Gets the header down. It's not out yet. Friday to the line. Low ball in. Looking for Abraham. His shot is away. Friday with another effort. And it's pushed wide by the keeper. Friday just offside there. Threatening to make it 5 before the end of the half. This could be Bristol's best half of football this season. They've been absolutely irresistible. As the half-time whistle blows, the Ashton Gate faithful will be thinking, this is the Bristol City side we know. We hadn't quite seen it in the Champions League yet. I mean, the Atletico Madrid game was great, but then we were poor against Feyenoord. But yeah, absolute domination today. Club Brugge being the whipping boys. Club Brugge coming out with much better passing, a renewed bit of vigour in this second half. Rafael out on the left-hand side. Oh, dances away, gets the shot off. It's just wide. Oh, Club Brugge not beaten yet. I mean, they almost certainly are 4-0 down away from home, but yeah, they've come out, showed a bit of something at least. Amati putting the pressure on Diaby, and he's won it back. And that's good distribution. Roster through the centre into Dowell. Found that pocket of space instantly there, Kieran Dowell. And he's got Loftus-Cheek making a good run into the box. Oh, he's found his way through, smuggled a shot in there. Abraham now pulls it back. Oh, should have just pulled the trigger there. And there we go, 4-0 at Ashton Gate. The Bristol City faithful will be very pleased with that. That's a performance that we needed in the Champions League against a team that we should be beating about 4-0, considering we are the champions of the Premier League. It was a pretty routine win in the end. So, yeah, let's keep cracking on. 1 shot allowed from Club Brugge. 1 shot. And Gabriel saved it. It was a decent effort, actually. So, Gabriel's done his bit. Man of the match for Tammy Abraham. Goal poacher extraordinaire. So there we go. Still in 3rd place though. We need to beat Feyenoord and Atletico Madrid really. So 3rd place, we are going to need to beat Feyenoord or Atletico Madrid. But we didn't want to be dropping points against Club Brugge, although they are in a... Although we couldn't afford to drop the points against Club Brugge, so in the end it was a performance that we needed. They've lost all 3 games with a -8 goal difference, so yeah. A team we would expect to win, I guess. Roberta increasing, interesting. He hasn't had that many minutes. Not that many minutes. If the form dictates, he will start. If he's on better form than Friday or Abraham, I probably will play him. Hasn't happened yet. Okay, Everton, let's get into it straight away. No messing around. Let's take a look at the sides. Kieran Dowell going back up against his old side. He'll want to impress today. Friday and Abraham both on green arrows, as well as Nigel Roberta. So I think we'll stick with Friday and Abraham, both in the goals at the moment. Gomez on a downward arrow. Do we play him? He's looking a bit tired as well, as is Angelino. This is where we could do with another centre-back just as a swap that we might like to make rather than have to make. I don't want to not have Amati at defensive midfield if possible, unless De Jong's in really good form. Going back up against old Bristol City loanee Tom Davies, and obviously Romelu Lukaku, an absolute beast in this game, especially with Leighton Baines whipping in crosses from that left-hand side. So we're going to need to be careful there. But I think in the form that we're in, this is a game that we can win. Let's go. So here we are at Goodison Park. It's a trip up north for Bristol City. And it's Ronald Koeman's Everton, who are going to look to test the Premier League champions. But they are in flying form at the moment, and having swept aside Club Bruges in the week, well, Bristol City will be full of confidence. And Tammy Abraham is top goal scorer at the moment in both the Champions League group stage and the Premier League, so it'll be difficult to keep him out. Tom Davies, we know all about him. And Rossiter, ex-teammate, gets a good challenge in. That's not a great ball there from Tammy Abraham. It does find its way through to Friday, and he does well. Back into Tammy Abraham. The overlap is on. Angelino's there. Got time to pick a cross in. Dow jumps for it. Edge of the box, Fred Friday. Can he keep this ball moving? He can. Into Becker. Looking for options. Abraham's made the run. Funes Mori headers back to Robles. Good pressure again there from Bristol City. Kieran Dow putting the ball in. He's going to be looking for the head of Abraham, but it's Loftus-Cheek who jumps for it. Could fall anywhere. It's into Becker. Difficult opportunity there for the right back. Spoons it up into the air, and Robles can take this one easily. Bristol City starting the brighter here, the away side, and Rossiter's been everywhere in the midfield. Becker, great ball into Abraham. Now Rossiter in for the 1-2 with Dow. Dow can turn away from ex-teammate there. Dow gets a little bit lost. Friday into Angelino. Steps inside of Browning. Looks to take it to the line here, Angelino. Jagielka does well, but it's fallen back to Angelino. Oh, he couldn't quite smuggle that away. A little bit of overplaying there, potentially, from Bristol City. Dow could have had a go. But signs so far are good, and Rossiter's been absolutely everywhere in the midfield. Still not cleared here properly from Bristol City. McCarthy puts it in. Angelino deals with it well. Amati caught in possession. It's not what we wanted to do. That was a bit sketchy there. It's still not clear. Lukaku will turn here. He gets the shot away. Incredible save from Gabriel. Nice ball inside to Dow. Looks to slip it into Abraham. He's onside here. Tammy Abraham. He's been in the goals. And there's another for big Tammy. Top scorer in the Premier League. And with incisive goal scoring like that, he's so deadly at the moment. He just makes the right decisions. He's a young player in the form of his life. Scoring goals for fun with his head, both feet, any part of the body you want to put it on. Big Tammy's going to score you a goal. That's Tom Davies. He's asking for more from the Everton fans. But the home fans here have been silenced. And it was a good ball through to set him away. But it's the intelligent running from Tammy Abraham. You just see him looking for the gap. And then it's a little bit, just a change of pace. He's not the quickest. Didn't have time to get it back onto his favoured right. But he stuck out a long left leg. And put it low onto Robles' left-hand side. And he couldn't do anything about it. Funes Mori with a sliding tackle at the last second also couldn't help matters. Abraham into Friday. To take on Jagielka here. Oh, he skips away from him. He looks to put it into Tammy Abraham. He's there, but he's just offside. Just offside. I think, just about. Friday maybe could have gone alone there, but it's actually a decent ball. And then we have it 1-0 here at Goodison Park. It's been a high-intensity game. Neither side you would really say was on top, but Bristol City have had the shots. Shaded the possession, but it was the the decisive finish from Tammy Abraham that separates the sides. He just can't stop scoring at the moment, and Kieran Dow with the assist is also in great form up against his old side. He's looking great in the middle, but Rossiter as well has been huge. The Albino N'Golo Kante. Albino Kante? No. Anyway, he's been looking great, the captain. Loftus-Cheeky more like. Oh, Balassi, big challenge there on Loftus-Cheek. Referee says it's a fair one as well. Now Lukaku, really well read there by Joe Gomez, but Balassi's got the better of him somehow. It's into the box here, anything could happen. But Gabriel is having a strong game. Comes out and makes it his, emphatically. Angelino inside of Davis, and still Angelino, such a strong runner with the ball. He looks to go outside to his opposite number, Becker. Ball in down the line to Abraham. Back to Loftus-Cheek. Back out to Becker. He'll whip across in now. KD's there with the header. Heads wide. More great passing play here from Bristol City, who are turning into a very attractive team to watch. Nice ball inside from Davis. McCarthy now into Lukaku. Kone puts the ball back into the box for Lukaku. Keeps it in. It's well worked. Kone with the header. And that is wide. Bezic now into McCarthy. We need another goal here, and we need to prevent Everton from scoring one. That's a good ball out to Baines. He puts it into the box, but Becker deals with it very calmly and manages to get it away, but only as far as McCarthy. Now Baines back inside to Bezic, who's got a bit of space. Tom Davies will be given time to turn here. This is dangerous stuff. Everton looking to pile in the pressure. Lukaku with a good turn. Back inside to Aaron Lennon. It's a lovely ball into Kone. And that's gone in. Fuck! Fuck, fuck, fuck. It did not look like it went in. Let's have a look at the replay here. No goal line technology, obviously, in this timeline. Would have been good to see it there. Felt like the goal might be coming. Becker couldn't quite stay with him. Gabriel got a good fist to it. So, two good options off the bench here for Ian Holloway. He'll be looking to change things, looking to win this game. Amati moved back into the centre-back role. And Bertha comes on. Andy Young into midfield, who can hopefully pick a pass. As we know he's so good at that. Straight away, looking to find Roberta. Lovely turn there from the Dutchman. He takes it to line. Good effort. Robles saves. Lovely turn there from Roberta. This change of pace we know all about. Simple ball down there. Oh, that's lovely. Away from Funes Mori. Probably wanted to look back there, but still. Kieran Dow, the in-swinger. Oh, De Jong's made a good run. The substitute falls to Angelino. Edge of the box. Robles has to make a good save. Would have been a good goal there from Angelino. Oh, Dow has it nicked off him by Bezic. And now Everton looking to break. Romelu Lukaku gets away from Rossiter. That's a lovely ball out to McCarthy. We'll put it back inside to Romelu Lukaku. His effort is charged down. Gabriel can get a good, strong pair of gloves to it, and he puts it high up the pitch, looking for Friday. His header does find Kieran Dow, but once again, Mo Bezic gets the better of him. It's been a difficult trip back to his old side today from Kieran Dow. Decent effort there. And the tide of this game has definitely turned. Everton looking the stronger side now. Friday lays it off to De Jong. Angelino's made the overlapping run. Slips it down the side into Fred Friday. Can he keep the ball? He can. Looking to do it all himself here, Fred Friday. This game nearly over. De Jong slips it through into Nigel Robertha. The shot comes in and it's right into the feet of the keeper. And that'll be a disappointing draw here for Bristol City. Couldn't quite keep hold of that one. And actually, we were lucky to come away with a point. As Everton pushed and pushed towards the end of that game. And they could have easily come away with the win there themselves. I think, well, I'll have to look at the stats. It felt like we were on top. Yeah, we had more possession, more shots. Maybe didn't work Robles quite enough. Wasn't a bad game by any means. Robertha there could have sealed it right at the death. But no standout performances today. Kieran Dow maybe let the emotion of going back to his boyhood club get the better of him. So, a disappointing draw. That's a bit of a come down. We were doing so well, and now we drop into 5th, and we're a good 7 points off Liverpool, who are still yet to concede a goal in 7 games. That's crazy. They've won all of their games, unsurprisingly. Everyone else fairly close, but Liverpool, the runaway winners at the moment of this league. They're going to be hard to catch at this point. So, as I said, we're going to keep cracking on. We're going to play another game in this episode. 3 games in an episode. That's a new one. So Loftus-Cheek, Gomez and Angelino, they're all happy. And Marty, Dowell and Becker will need some more time with the manager, with their agents. But I feel fairly confident that we'll be able to secure those moves eventually. Well, not those moves anyway. Let's take a look at what Gomez wants. He wants 1 million salary. That's fine. But we will want to extend that. We don't want to be just doing 1 year. Oh, so Dowell turned down an extra year on his contract. That's a little bit worrying. We'll deal with these ones first. Becker. Keep moving with him. Angelino doesn't want much money. That's good from the Archbishop. And he wants 400,000. Definitely increase the length. Can't be bothered to keep doing these every year. Loftus-Cheek wants a cool mill. But I think he's earned it. He's been a good signing for me. Again, we want to keep him at the club for more than a year. Having to renegotiate. And Marty is broken down. Let's keep trying there. And Kieran Dowell as well. Doesn't want to commit to any more than a year, which is a real shame. But we'll keep trying. So last game of the episode will be a home game against Watford. This is a side that we should be beating. And we're in good form. Come on, no slip-ups here. Let's have a look at the sides today. Abraham on a downward arrow. Not good. We don't want to see that. We'll bring in Nige. I think that's probably it. Angelino probably needs a rest, doesn't he? It's the problem. We don't really have many options for him. KD's looking tired as well, as is Fred Friday. Well, we'll make sure that we do take Angelino off when needed. Gabriel had a good game in the last game. That was by far his best performance It's making me think maybe we shouldn't sell him because he is a highly rated keeper and he's definitely a better keeper than Mika. He's just had a difficult start to his career. So that was a tough game really against Everton. Not quite sure what happened there. I feel like it was a game that we should have won. Even as the away side, we were passing the ball around really well, and that seems to be the trademark of his play this season. It's definitely Ian Holloway has progressed this side into a really attractive passing team. Obviously, we still have the wingers, the fullbacks bombing on. That is a major part of this side, whipping in crosses for Tammy Abraham. But yeah, I think some of the passing in that midfield four has been just beautiful, with Kieran Dowell at the tip. Put in high for Kennedy, but that's well cut out. Down into Rossiter. What a player he's turned into, and that's strong running there from the captain. Give her options, little chip ball into Fred Friday, hits it first time, left foot volley. On ball from Pantilimon. Rossiter will jump with Pereira and he wins that. It may only be short, but he's got the heart of a lion. Dow, can he slip it between the eye of the needle here? Roberta takes it so well, the first touch there. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, we gave him another season, didn't we? That was the plan. And with Boye potentially coming in, I don't know if Roberta's really had the chances. But he's scored some incredible goals this season. The chip against Atletico Madrid in the first Champions League game is probably my favourite goal that we've scored for Bristol City. And this one, a totally different goal, but showed exactly his skill set. Well worked. Dowell had to thread the eye of a needle there, but that first touch into space to find the opportunity to finish was, yeah. Now Watford look to bring it forward. That could have been a nice ball if Gomez hadn't been standing there. He sprays one out to Becker. First time ball into Loftus-Cheek is a good one. Becker now with the early cross. Nigel Roberta swivels, takes it down. It's a decent opportunity there. Crafted really out of his own skill. He had no right to take that down. It was a difficult ball in from Becker, who whipped in the early cross. Take on the chest and then swivel onto his weaker foot. It wasn't that far off. Another long ball there. It's Kennedy versus Magnuson every time in the air, and that's not going to be something that Kennedy's going to win many of against the big Icelander. Dow keeps it moving now into Becker. Back inside to Kieran Dowell. Gets away from Decore now. Kieran Dowell lines up the shot from distance. Oh, Pantilimon had to use all of his massive frame to keep that one out. KD doesn't fire as many shots like that as he should do. And there we go. It's a pretty pedestrian game. Not a great game so far, but Bristol City are ahead here. We've had all the possession. Watford basically get the ball back, go for a long ball. That doesn't work, and then we're back at them again. Really, we should have scored more goals by now. I think we need another one in the second half just to make this one certain. Loftus-Cheek steps away from Capoue. That's great play there. Rossiter now. Can he stroke it into Fred Friday? Oh, the power. Fred Friday. Oh, the left foot effort just wide. Look at this strength, this shielding here. Get off me, Prodel. Oh, Prodel tried to almost take him down there in the box. Friday, though, shot is wide. Triple substitution here. Can we get what will be the decisive goal? At the moment, we're hanging on, and I don't like hanging on to a 1-0 lead with 10 minutes left. Watford only need one of their long balls to work, and we might be in trouble. Into Kieran Dowell. We've got two attacking midfielders now, Dowell and De Jong. Here is Dowell into De Jong. Oh, keeps it moving nicely into Becker. The ball's in. Marlon Pack. Second half substitute couldn't get ahead to that. Now Watford look to come forward, but Amati so quick off the blocks there. Dowell chip ball over, looking for Marlon Pack. Prodel does well. And they're able to clear. Bristol City really want this second goal. Oh, De Jong. Is it nicked off him by Pereira? Not the first, though. In this game. Oh, what happened there? De Jong was through on to have that there. Pereira now into the box. Magnuson comes across. Bloody hell. And there we have it. Well, that was not a pretty win by any stretch of the imagination, but a win it was. An important 3 points against a side we should be beating. So, hey, I can't be too angry with the lads. Only 2 shots on target with 62% possession. That's not really enough. Watford, with their 5 at the back, made it very difficult for us to play a game. And it's Kieran Dowell with man of the match. Nice work there, Kieran. Nigel Roberta gets a 7. His goal was great. I mean, I would give him man of the match just for that first touch. Fred Friday didn't play as well. Maybe Roberta and Friday, not the combo that we need. I think Tammy and Roberta seems to work better. So there we go. A win just about. And that keeps us in 5th position. Oh, and Liverpool have finally lost a game. They lost 1-0. It's only 3 days later, and it's a home game up against Stoke City. See that in the next episode. Kieran Dowell is up to Protégé. 3. Ooh, that's good. Loftus Cheek as well. Prodigy level 1. And we've had some new players in from the scouts. Let's have a look at that before we go. Ooh, couple of Italian strikers that we could have a look at. Umar, big Nigerian. 192 centimetres at Bologna. Good finisher. Heading not really as much as you would expect for a player of that height though, so that puts me off slightly. And Iwandro, young striker at Udinese. He's quick, no better than Nigel Roberta really. In England, they brought back Dicko. We know all about Dicko, we don't need that. And then from the Netherlands, yeah, Zivkovic. He does tend to pop up quite a lot, and he is a good all-round player. He's like Nigel Roberta, but maybe a little bit better, I would say. Similar age, he's very short. Not as quick, actually. No, he's not as good. He's a good finisher. And then Dolberg. Well, he's a player, obviously, in great form in real life at the moment. He's a good all-round striker. Only 21 years old. I mean, he's solid, isn't he? Solid striker. Big guy. I mean, literally solid. He's one I'd maybe be interested in. Let me know what you think in the comments. Dolberg would probably be the best choice out of that so far. But remember as well, we've got Boye, who we're looking at, who I really like, just on the fact that he's strong as an ox. He can absolutely leather a ball. He's also a good passer. I think he'd be a great link-up man as a sort of centre-forward to play in players like Roberta and Abraham around him. Because he can pass, he can shield the ball. He's got a bit of everything, really. I really like him. He's one I'm really excited about signing. So there we have it. Let me know what you think of the 3-game an episode format. I think that should be okay. We might have to reduce the highlights a little bit. We might have done, so let me know what you think. And I'll see you in a bit.